Did you know 2021 set records for new vinyl sales, surpassing 1 billion in just new vinyl, and that doesn't even account for the larger used vinyl market. And the stats coming in for 2022 show it's over 20% bigger than 2021. So if you're still deciding if jumping into the world of vinyl is for you, we can tell you that it's an incredibly fun and addicting hobby shared by millions, and it's not going away anytime soon. Our turntable selection at Audio Advice is so expansive that we've broken down the best turntables under $500, best under $1,000, and the best under $2,000 into articles that we'll link in the description if you're looking for more options in a specific budget range. But for this video, we've narrowed down Audio Advice's top picks for the turntables that we consider the best of the best. Now these picks span a wide price range from under $400 up to almost $2,000. So whether you're considering jumping into the world of vinyl with your first turntable or you're upgrading your current one, all of these picks are outstanding choices that will last you decades. Before I dive in, you should know that if you do purchase your turntable from Audio Advice, you'll have a team of vinyl lovers behind you with our great tech support, and we even send you a setup video with all the tips on how to get the most out of your new turntable. And if you want to take a deep dive into turntable technology, we have an excellent guide on our website that will teach you about all the aspects of turntables that we'll link in the description. Now, let's get started. First up is the U-Turn Orbit Plus. Now U-Turn is an Audio Advice favorite. Their turntables are made at their factory in Woburn, Massachusetts, with their parts sourced from local vendors. The Plus version has an acrylic platter, a very nice mat, and a great turntable bearing for speed stability. The gimbal tone arm is built well, and it has an adjustable counterweight. It comes with a pre-mounted Ortofon OM5E phono cartridge, which is a great value, but the arm will allow you to move up to a better cartridge down the road. You can even buy the Orbit Plus with U-Turn's Pluto 2 phono preamp built in to eliminate the need for an external preamp. Finally, the Orbit Plus is just a beauty to look at, with several color options to choose from to match the environment that you'll place it in. We should point out that the Plus does not come with a Q lever, but you could purchase one as an optional accessory for just a small charge. But this is one heck of a great performer for the money, especially if you want something made in the USA. If you're considering something better than that close and play type turntable and want to stay on a budget, the U-Turn Orbit Plus is an awesome choice. Next up is the Pro-Ject T1. Pro-Ject helped launch the turntable revival with their debut line of turntables and has several factories all over Europe where everything but the cartridges they source from Ortofon is made in-house. The T1 comes from their decades of turntable experience. There are options of getting it with or without a built-in phono preamp, electronic speed control to switch from 33 to 45 with the push of a button, or even a model with Bluetooth, but all of them have the same great platform. The T1 benefits from a newly designed isolation foot, a plinth, a subplatter, and the main glass platter for a good flywheel effect. You'll get an Ortofon OM5E moving magnet cartridge, and the built-in phono stage was designed to match perfectly with this cartridge. The new tone arm designed for the T1 is also made to go with the Ortofon OM5E. This arm has some of the best bearings we've seen in this price range. It is a great step up from the Orbit. For a few more dollars with so many great options, we felt we just had to have it on this list. Now we'll move on to what is probably the best value in this video, the Pro-Ject Debut Carbon Evo. I mentioned the Pro-Ject Debut earlier, as the Evo is the evolution of the Debut, which was their best-selling turntable ever. There is just so much to like about the Evo. It starts with special dampening feet that use thermoplastic elastomers or TPE, plus they're adjustable for easy leveling. The platter also has a ring of TPE around the perimeter, which damps it and adds a great flywheel effect for better speed stability. The motor mount and platter bearing are also extremely well put together. The tone arm is like a fine watch with precision bearings. Now the US version of the Evo comes with a Sumiko Rainier phono cartridge that tracks fantastic with a neutral sound. Better yet, you can upgrade its performance substantially by purchasing the next model up in a stylus replacement. There are also a host of beautiful finishes to choose from. And if you want to hot rod your Evo, Pro-Ject makes a variety of upgrade options we have gone over in another video that we will link below. But the thing I like most about the Evo is its warm musical sound that just draws you more into the music. Next is the classic Rega Planar 2. At Audio Advice, we just love Rega turntables, and we still see earlier versions of Rega 2 coming into stores for tune-ups that are over 40 years old and still going strong. That's pretty cool. The Rega Planar 3 is our best-selling turntable at Audio Advice, and the Planar 2 was designed right alongside the Planar 3 and benefits of much of that R&D that went into the Planar 3. You'll get a great tone arm with one-piece RB220 arm sitting on a beautiful acrylic laminated plinth. The platter is a float glass design driven by a low-noise 24-volt motor. The sub-platter and its bearings are first-rate as well. If you want to stay well below $1,000 and get into the build quality and sound that has made Rega a choice of vinyl lovers for decades, the Rega Planar 2 is the way to go. We wanted to include a turntable on this list that offered some degree of automation for those of you who want a little more than a manual turntable. And it happens to be an excellent turntable on its own, the Technics SL-1500C. Technics has been making great turntables since 1970, and their 1200 model introduced in 1972 is still a classic. The SL-1500C is based on that same great design. It is a direct drive model that offers instant startup, and the tone arm is first-rate and highly adjustable, allowing you to add a better cartridge down the road. The heavy chassis is also well damped, and the whole table is built like a tank. It comes with an Ortofon Red cartridge, which allows you to upgrade the sound just by changing the stylus to the Ortofon Blue stylus, and the built-in phono preamp perfectly matches the Ortofon, but you can defeat it if you wish. The icing on the cake is the auto lift at the end, which is pretty cool. The Rega Planar 3 has been our best-selling turntable since the debut of the 2016 Planar lineup. It's an incredible turntable available in red, black, and white. It has to be one of the world's most highly reviewed and rated turntables, so it was a no-brainer for this list. Now, you can get it without a cartridge or get the Rega Elise or Exact 2 pre-mounted. The Planar 3 has a float glass platter and a one-piece RB330 tone arm. It's also first in the Planar lineup to include double bracing, which makes the table more rigid and further reduces resonance. It even comes with the same motor as Rega's higher-end turntables. Another thing I really love about the Planar 3 is its upgrade path, where you can add the better external power supply that comes on the higher-end Regas called the Neo, or its tone arm can easily support the moving coil Rega phono cartridges. This is the perfect turntable to provide incredible sound while also providing a runway to grow with it over time. Our final model is from our friends over at MoFi, the StudioDeck. Mobile Fidelity Sound Labs, or MoFi, has been around since the 70s, when they invented the concept of procuring master tapes of classic records, cleaning them up, and pressing them into the best vinyl. They introduced a turntable line a few years ago with the help of two great designers, Alan Perkins and Mike Latvis. The technology and craftsmanship you'll find in the MoFi StudioDeck are simply incredible for their price point. The platter, plinth, tone arm, and cartridge were designed by Alan Perkins of Soda and recently Spiral Groove fame. The bearing is top-notch with an inverted bearing like you see on much more expensive tables, which supports almost a 4-pound Derlin platter. Now, most tone arms in this price range are 9 inches, but the StudioDeck gets a 10-inch fully adjustable arm, which improves tracking. The Studio Tracker moving magnet cartridge comes pre-mounted and, to our ears, sounds fantastic for the money. All the MoFi turntables are made in small batches right here in the USA by skilled, meticulous craftsmen. I also love that this table can have an easy upgrade path that will allow you to give the performance level of more expensive models by just adding the Mike Latvis designed feet and or dampening weight. That concludes our list of the best turntables. If your favorite model was not shown here, be sure to check out our written articles on the best under $500, $1,000, and $2,000 linked below. If you still have questions, reach out to our expert support team that are some of the most vinyl-obsessed people out there, and they'll be sure to help you pick out the best one for you. Not only can we help you pick out the best one for you, but you also get our lifetime tech support, free shipping, and price guarantee. Now, we would love to help you take that next step into the fun world of vinyl so you can imagine yourself browsing that record store and knowing that when you take home that next record, it's going to sound so much better. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any of our latest content. Now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.